everyone, I'm Karinmaria and welcome to my kitchen. Today I'll be making lemon broccoli chicken and a southern favorite, fried green tomatoes. Yum. First I'm going to start out with my chicken recipe. I'll be putting all the ingredients up at the end of this video. So I've got 1 pack of chicken here, which I'll put in a casserole dish, and this is for a family of 4, my meal here. And this is such a simple recipe. All I'm going to do is take 1 can of cream of broccoli soup, and I'm going to start adding things to it. So into my soup mixture, I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of milk, and then I'm going to put in some salt. I'm also going to add 1 teaspoon of lemon pepper seasoning. And then I also want to put in the juice of a fresh lemon. And I'm only going to use half of my lemon actually. I'm going to reserve my other half to cut up and put on the chicken at the end. Okay, now I'm going to stir this up. And the last thing I'm going to want to add to this is some parsley. Now you could certainly use dried parsley if that's all you have. I have some fresh parsley from my garden, and I'm just going to pull it off the stem. And ground it up a little. This smells so good, this parsley. And then just add that to the soup mixture. And it's probably about 2 tablespoons of parsley, I'd say. And next I'm going to put this mixture over my chicken. I've just used a skinless chicken breast here. And I'm going to just put this all over the chicken. So like I said, this really is a simple recipe. It hardly requires any ingredients. And it's so simple to mix up and just put on the chicken. And then the last thing I want to do with this is pop it in a 350-degree oven for an hour. So now I'm going to start on my fried green tomatoes. They're actually really simple to make, but they follow a process, and there's a couple different steps in that process. First, I'm going to start out with tomatoes that I've washed and I've cored. And now I'm just going to slice them, and I'm going to slice them thin. And then after I've sliced them, I'm going to lay them on a cookie pan, because I'm going to want to salt them. And I'm actually going to salt them pretty liberally, because the salt is actually going to draw the moisture out of the tomato. Put these in a colander and let them drain. And I'm going to let them drain for about 5 to 10 minutes. Now that my tomatoes have been sliced and salted and drained, it's time to move on to the next step in the process. I'm going to take 1 egg and mix it with half a cup of milk. Now I'm just going to whisk that up together and then set it aside. I'm going to use a very shallow casserole dish to mix the next ingredients in. I have 2 cups of cornmeal, and I use yellow cornmeal. You could also use flour if you want it. And 1 cup of breadcrumbs. Into this I'm going to put a little bit of pepper. Then I'm going to mix it all together, because this is going to be the mixture that I'm going to dredge my tomatoes through. So next I'm just going to take each tomato slice and dip it into the egg mixture, and then dredge it through the cornmeal and just get it all nice and coated. So now I'm ready for my final step. I've heated up some oil in a Dutch oven, and I'm just going to put my tomatoes into the oil. Now I just use canola oil, but you could use vegetable oil as well. So I've made enough tomatoes to feed an army, but it's absolutely one of my favorites. So my chicken's all finished. It looks absolutely delicious and I can't wait to eat. So until next time, read my blog and don't forget to subscribe. And now I'm gonna have some good Southern food. Bye, y'all.